Hey guys, how's it going? This is my second video. Thanks for coming in, remembering that I posted that. I was gonna do a couple of things today. So first of all, while we're just waiting for everyone to join up, let me just reintroduce myself for those of you guys who missed it last time. Again, my name is Brian Silva. I'm a currently active duty Tech Sergeant E6 in the Air Force. And right now I'm an instructor at the indoctrination course. I've been in the Air Force for about just over 12 years now. The entire time as a pararescueman, as a pararescue team leader, as team member, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, 2005 I joined. And just a little background, because I was talking about that post today about the why and how you do your job and why you want to do your job. Why I wanted to be a pararescueman was because I had witnessed a couple people that, passed out, or they're a baby, stopped breathing, stuff like that. So there were times where I felt like I was helpless, and I didn't want to be helpless. I want to be that guy that can help everyone whenever they needed help. So that's kind of why I joined and wanted to be a PJ. Obviously, I want to save lives. I want to help people, and that's kind of like my whole life is dedicated to helping people, and that's one of the reasons why I started this company. But I've been stationed over in England. I went through the pipeline for 2.5 years, stationed over in England at the Special Tactics Squadron for 4 years, and then I went to Nellis Rescue Squadron for another 4 years. And after I was done with that, I went over to Indoc, and I've been there for the last 2.5 or so years. So it's been a long journey, but so here we are right now, starting hopefully December 1st. There's a lot of stuff going on, trying to get websites and apps and all that kind of stuff, and I'll update you guys a little bit more on that when we get a little bit further down into the hour. But yeah, I have been working my butt off to make sure that you guys get the best product possible. I don't want to start off being half-assed or any of that kind of stuff. I want to make sure that the best product is out when you guys get it. Obviously, there are going to be some minor tweaks here and there, but I want to make sure you guys get the best product. Yeah, when I joined, I did about 2.5 years of college, and I really didn't do anything worthwhile in college. I had a scholarship, and I kind of just wasted it because I didn't really care about what I was doing when I was in college. So I ended up, I said I need to have purpose in my life. I need to do something that's worthwhile. So that's when I went to the recruiter, all the different recruiters that were out there. I wanted to see the Rangers, the SEALs, all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, pararescue has, in my eyes, the best mission, because no matter what, we're going out to save guys. No matter if we disagree with the guy or whatever, we're just going there to save guys, and that's our job. And what I didn't know is the amount of teamwork and camaraderie and brotherhood that goes into being a PJ. It's just constantly, whatever happens in your life, if you have troubles, those guys are going to have your back. Like, the team is just always there for you guys. So I'll get to more question and answers here in a little bit, but there are a couple things that I wanted to go over before we got to the question and answer part, because I know that I can go down the rabbit hole and just last forever. So, yes. So why I started this company, again, is because I want to make sure that you guys have the information. When I wanted to be a PJ, I didn't know anything about what, Halo was. I didn't know how many underwaters you did. I didn't know the times. I didn't know anything about indoctrination, other than I was going to probably ruck, do some water stuff, and run. So I didn't know how to prepare at all. So I want to make sure you guys are as prepared as possible when it gets to the time where you're showing up at Indoc and you're like, all right, here's all your gear. We're going to go on a 6-mile ruck tomorrow. Or it's like, all right, start duck walking, start doing this. And there's a reason why we're going to keep a little bit up to surprise. But for the most part, all the workouts are going to be straight up front. Because I see too many people being injured because nobody practices on doing duck walks or bear crawls, or just doing the intensity that you guys do when you get to Indoc. It's just really difficult to replicate that. You you go in the morning, you start out with a run, then you go into weight training, then you go into fin training, and then you go into lunch, and then you go into water con, and then in between all of that, you're getting dropped. So some of these days that I'm putting in my workout are going to replicate some of that stuff. Obviously, it's going to be up to you to make sure that intensity is there whenever you're actually doing the workout. All right. So yeah, I saw too many guys that I wanted to be on my team that failed Indoc because they didn't know how to prepare. They got injured. They just didn't know how to stretch out, how to roll out. So many guys are super tight because they don't use a foam roller. They don't do whatever kind of stretches, that kind of stuff. And I'm going to put some of those videos and all those things also in my workouts. Every single workout that's in my video is going to, or every single workout is going to have a video that's in my workout. So you guys will be able to see it and make sure you do it correctly. Let's see. Oh yes, also, big thing is I am not going to be a PJ anymore. I am going to go to physician's assistant school here next month. I'm going to start and show up there. So that's the only reason that I'm able to do this business, and the only reason that there's no conflict of interest, and that I can't, that I can support you guys, talk to you guys one-on-one, and that kind of thing. So that is a big thing in my life that's changing, and I really miss being an instructor, or I'm going to miss being an instructor. This is my last full week of being an instructor, so I'm definitely going to miss it, but the opportunity that I have is to reach out to all you guys before you actually get to Indoc. So I really wanted to make sure that I continue and help and mentor you guys in the pararescue. I mean, I feel like the community's given so much to me, so I feel like I need to give back and make sure that the next generation is as prepared as possible to come or to face whatever comes at them next. So that's a little bit of the background and why I'm able to actually share with you guys all the workouts and stuff like that. But just so you know, in my time that I was there at Indoc, the 2.5 or 3 years that I was there, I worked my butt off and I rewrote the lesson plans as they were in Indoc. So everything that you guys are going to experience in my workouts is a reflection of those things that I learned and that I figured people should focus on whenever they're actually going to Indoc. So, yeah, I know. I really wanted to meet you guys whenever I go to Indoc too, but I'm still going to be in San Antonio because the physician's assistant school was actually at Fort Sam, which is just 20 minutes down the road from Lackland. So I'm going to make sure that I stop by and meet some of you guys. Message me whenever you're going to Indoc, and I want to make sure that you guys, representation of my product and me personally, and all the instructors there are going to be like, oh, who's the one that's been to How to Be a PJ? So I want to make sure that you guys are definitely getting the best product that you could possibly get. So yeah. All right, there's that. And what to expect. So I want to also go over what you should expect. And I'm going to scroll back up to the top and answer you guys' questions once I've done going over this. What to expect out of when you ship for basic training, and then BA prep and the development course, and then going into Indoc, and then a little bit about the rest of the pipeline. All right. So basic training, obviously you're going to go to basic training, do that whole thing. Just the Battlefield Airman integration part, you're going to have a PJ that's going to be there with you, and he's going to be doing the workouts with you and going over specific workouts that is special for Battlefield Airmen. So you're going to be with the rest of the PJ trainees, the TAC-P guys, the CCT guys, all that kind of stuff. So you're going to have a guy there that's going to help mentor you, give you a couple talks, and do some workouts with you just so that you guys get a little bit of extra PT. It's not going to be every single day, but if in the meantime you can do push-ups, whatever, after the lights are out. I know you're going to be yelled at or whatever it is, but it's not a big deal. Just do your push-ups in the middle of the night. Do your pull. I don't really know. I think there's only single bunk bed, so it's kind of hard to do pull-ups. I'm sure you can rig up something in between lockers or something like that. So make sure you're getting in your stuff after hours, because you don't want to lose whatever you got while you're in basic training. All right, so after your basic training, you can expect to get pretty much no break all the way until you finish Indoc. So you go from basic training straight into Battlefield Airman Preparatory Program. This is a program that they just started about 6 months ago. And this is, I think they're currently in their third class. It's an 8-week program, and you're going to go with swim coaches from every college across the United States, strength and conditioning coaches. We have physical therapists. We have entire flight that's dedicated. It's mostly civilians. There's a couple guys that were prior PJs, and one PJ we're sending over from Indoc now to help you guys and make sure that the mentality of Indoc is reflected in the Battlefield Airman Prep program. So you can expect to do a lot of things that somewhat mimic the Indoc program, but again, I don't want you guys to depend on this to make sure that you guys are ready. You guys need to be ready, grad standards, before you get in the door, because the water con is what gets most of the guys. It's not about or gets most of the guys to quit anyway. So I want you guys that are in my program, that kind of stuff, to be ready completely physically. You have zero doubts that you're going to be able to pass everything, because I know exactly what it takes, and I've counted hundreds and hundreds of people on calisthenics. So I want you guys to make sure that, like, if you do my program, you're going to be 100% ready to go for Indoc. As far as physical, the WaterCon stuff, it's hard to replicate because I can't be there watching you. I can't be there to make sure that you're safe, and I don't want you guys to go to that limit where you're going to pass out, and then it's a bad day for everybody. So, but there will be WaterCon stuff in my workouts. It's going to be a full rundown, like exactly to the T, how you do an underwater, how you do mask and snorkel, how you do all that kind of stuff, and techniques. I'm going to describe all the pass and fail criteria, all that kind of stuff. So, development. So after the Battlefield Airman Prep, you're going to go to development course. This is where you're going to be meeting the Indoc staff for the first time. So, VA Prep 8 weeks, development course is going to be 2 weeks or 10 training days. And in those 10 training days, we're going over WaterCon stuff again. We're going over how to call the area to attention, how to do a drop, how to set up your gear on the side of the pool, all that kind of stuff. And you're not being you're not being dropped at all during the development course, but you're getting yelled at. And we're trying to help develop you guys, as the name implies, to be ready for Indoc. So whenever you get to development course, make sure that you are taking all those lessons that you're learning, because once you get to Indoc, everything's going to be a lot more intense. So take everything you learn in dev course and take it to Indoc. So Indoc, obviously 9 weeks. Really, it's 8 weeks, because the 9th week is pretty much just out processing, graduation, that kind of stuff. So really, it's just 8 weeks. So after you go to Indoc, pipeline. So the pipeline, the way that works is that most of the time you're going to go to dive school first. That's what we're trying to do, because after you go to dive school, you immediately PCS to Kirtland, and then you start your other schools. You'll go to Airborne or SEER, and then after that you'll go to Freefall School, and then after Freefall School you go into the paramedic program, and after paramedic program you go into the apprentice course, and the whole thing takes around 2 to 3 years. They've gotten it down a little bit. There are breaks in between the pipeline. So from each school, you'll finish the school, you'll wait until the next one starts up. So you have like a little break in between each kind of school. I've had some people ask me that kind of stuff, because I'm sure that you guys want to see your family and that kind of thing. So you will be able to do that. Just, be patient. The training takes priority. Whatever slot comes up, and you guys take it as you can get it. All right, let's see. So yeah, after you graduate the pipeline, the way that you get selected into, the way that it was whenever I graduated to select the duty station, is if you're top of the class and you score the highest on medical, the jump program, the ropes, all that other stuff, then you get to kind of put your name. They have a board that has all the duty stations up there. You're like, all right, I want to go to that one. And they're like, okay, well, yep, you're top of the class, good to go. So that's the way it worked. Obviously, they can only show you on the board which ones are open, so be flexible, but It's kind of the needs of the Air Force, but there aren't very many terrible duty stations as a PJ, so there aren't very many, period, but most of them are pretty good. All right, next, so let me just give you guys an update on the workouts and the whole program that I'm doing right now. So the way that the workouts are going to be is first of all, I'm going to have you guys take the PASS test. If you pass the PASS test the way that it is, obviously I'm going to have the standards as they are. You guys need to keep yourselves true to the standards and the way that I describe how to do a push-up, how to do a pull-up, all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to have you guys take the PASS test. If you guys pass the PASS test, you're going to go into an 18-week course, which includes 2 weeks of recovery time at the end, just so that you guys can be ready to go for whatever basic training, all that kind of stuff. I want to make sure that you guys aren't broken or whatever by the time that you guys finish the course and are shipping off. So again, 18-week course throughout the duration of the course. For that one, or actually, let me back up. So you're going to take the PASS test. If you pass, 18-week course. If you fail, then you go to the 8-week course. In the 8-week course, if you failed in multiple events, there's going to be an overall 18-week course, and if you failed in a specific event by a lot, then there's going to be like a push-up specific, a pull-up specific, swim specific, run specific, all that kind of stuff. Just because I don't think that one workout program is going to work for every single person because everyone's deficient in some special thing or whatever it was. So that's why I kind of structured that. The 18-week program is going to mimic a lot of some of the workouts that we do in Indoc. I'm not obviously copying it exactly, but like I said, Mondays you can expect that there's going to be an evaluation, and I want it to be exactly like Indoc. I don't want you guys to push through and go to the point where you're not actually making progress and you're just beating yourself down. So if you fail 2 progress checks in a row, just like at Indoc, I want you to start back over on the week prior, before you failed, so that you can actually build up that muscle again. Like obviously you're not ready for that week, so start back over again, and then you go on to the next week. Afterwards, after you're passing those calisthenics or whatever you failed, I want to make sure that you guys are actually progressing through the workouts, and then you don't end up in the 18th or the 16th week and failing the final evaluation. I want everyone to pass. And also, I'm going to make sure that you guys, so over the 18-week program, I'm going to make sure that you guys are over the standards, so that there's, like I said, no doubt in your mind that you guys can pass this course physically. So Monday's evaluation, Tuesday is going to be a calisthenics focus day, and also some weight training in there on Tuesdays. Wednesday is going to be swim focus day and somewhat of a break, recovery kind of thing. Thursday is going to be kicking the balls, so to speak. It's going to be kind of like a 4 to 6 hour training session, or however you schedule your week. Make sure that obviously you leave time for that kind of day. So you can either split it up, a couple hours in the morning, a couple hours afterwards, or whatever, however your work day is. But I think it's really important for you guys to experience that at least one day out of the week, just that really tough, this is going to suck, I got to do all this stuff, and you're going to push yourself a little bit, and it's only up to you to make sure that you do all the workouts and stuff. So really push yourself. So after that, Friday is going to be a run day, run specific day, and leg heavy day, so you're going to do some weightlifting and stuff with legs. And then Saturday is going to be long distance run and water con, and Sunday is going to be off. However you see that, or however that fits into your schedule. If you start on Tuesday or whatever, then that's how it's going to work out. But I think it's going to be a great workout program. I think that you guys are really going to benefit from the structure of the program. All right. So some of the other things that I'm going to offer, obviously I'm going to have my website, and that's going to be, obviously you can get into the website. I'm going to have all the standards for everything. I talked to the commander of the squadron and made sure that he was okay with me putting out everything as far as evaluation criteria. He said that this is an open book. He wants people to know exactly how Indoc is going to work, how to prepare for the calisthenics, how to do pretty much everything. So we want to make sure that you guys are ready. Let's see. Other things I'm going to offer, send in a video of your calisthenics or your swim so that I can evaluate it and make sure that you guys are good to go. And do a one-on-one video, some group workouts and Facebook, like VIP group. I want to make sure that you guys meet up with each other and are able to help each other out, train together, and be competitive. So group workouts on the app. There's going to be a little area where you can see for every evaluation what everyone else got that's going to Indoc. So you can see how you stack and rack against all the rest of the guys that you're going to the course with. So I want to make sure that I do that for you guys. All right. Let me answer some of these questions. Let's see, how far are we into this? All right, let me just answer a couple questions before I get on to this next. I'm going to have to save this and restart it again before we end up losing it. All right. I'm just going to start halfway probably. Are you still do something that has just medical? If you wash out of the pipeline, yes. This is for Trevor Brew. Are you able to do something medical if you wash out of the pipeline? Yes, you are. After your reclass, just put it on your wish list. The Schreiner family, is there ever an opportunity for an individual who is interested in pararescue to visit Indoc, visit with instructors, students, etc., be more informed? No, there's not. The instructors can't really help you train for Indoc because it's kind of a conflict of interest, which is why I had to wait until I stopped being an instructor in order to do this program. But you can talk with me, and I can guarantee you that I can relay the attitude of the instructors and what to expect. Thanks for all the congrats on the PA program. It is going to be a lot of fun. It's Clay JJ. What's your opinion on the CCT PJ Indoc prep course from the USAF? I was looking at that, and I think there are some good workouts, but it doesn't prepare you for the overall experience at Indoc. They don't do a lot of the exercises that we're doing, so I met a couple guys who went to Indoc and had a difficult time, even though they did that workout. So I don't think it's all inclusive to what you should be doing. Uber Day 5000. Yes, I'm going to the PA school through the Air Force commissioning program. So I'm still going to be in the Air Force, and I'm still going to be right next to Indoc. USAF Spec Ops Twin Cities, is the infrastructure for the BA program or BA prep set up for every battlefield airman to go through? Yes. Every battlefield airman goes into that, and we're trying to make it so that there's a specific BA prep. I was talking to the guy who's in charge of the BA prep program last week, and I'm trying to make it so it's specific to the career field, because the PJ trainees don't need to train as much in the rucking as the TAC Ps do, and TAC Ps don't need to do the water, and they end up having a difficult time in the water anyway. So yeah, we're trying to work that out, but everyone goes in the BA prep program so far. B. Burke 535, can you also talk about the development course for Crows and how that compares to the development course? They go to the same development course. The only difference is that Crows also go to a phase 2, which is kind of like a week 4 Indoc for about 5 days. So they get that extra leadership / ball smoking experience. But they go to the same development course, and we want to make sure that the officers are there to lead the candidates through that are non-prior service and a little bit more immature. So that's kind of why we have the Crows go through with the enlisted guys. Reaper Ninja, how many miles should you be able to swim prior to Indoc? The evaluation for Indoc is 3,000 meters in 60 minutes. So, and that's a fin, not a swim. So a fin is not using your arms. You're just using your one arm straight up against your head like this, and your other arm is just trailing next to your body. And then you're just using your jet fins to propel yourself through the water. I'll get through the WaterCon stuff and how to prepare more on my website. Let's see. All right. What happens if you drop out of the pipeline in Indoc and haven't started a technical school? You will be reclassed to a different school. Bogurski's, has the development been producing positive results in Indoc? The development course has been there for probably 8 years or something like that now. So it helps. rather than just going straight to Indoc for you not to get smoked, but I don't think it specifically helps people graduate. You kind of are in it or you're not. Reaper Ninja, is the pipeline currently backed up? No, it's not. Actually, we didn't graduate as many people as in the past. We had to cancel 2 courses within the past year, so the pipeline is completely open. Yes, I'm going to save this chat right here soon. Wriggleberry, you're obviously my favorite element leader. Aldis-Lev. Nope, Indoc is staying as a Hell Knight, or Hell Knight is staying as one night. Alright, I'm going to save this right now, and then we're going to come back just like that. I make sure that it doesn't shut you guys off, and you guys can see this later on, okay? So I'll be right back. Just bear with me.